So, what am I going to cover today? I'm going to give you an overview of the Procurement Bill, post the House of Lords. We now have a version from the Commons, but it was the Lords that went through this bill in all of its detail. I'm going to talk about the proposed implementation timetable, the practical impact of the bill, including some unanswered issues, and what on earth are all of us going to do to plan our future procurements now, taking into account how things are going to change in the relatively near future. So, what is the future of EU law, the retained legislation, the key points in the Subsidy Control Act and the World Trade Organization rules? These will also be covered in outline. I would just like to make a simple point. There is an awful lot of detail and an awful lot of complexity here, so this really can only be outline in an hour. It can't be any more, much as I would love to go into the detail, and I have picked some important aspects or things I think will be important to you. Next point is that it is the Cabinet Office which is the sponsor of this bill. I have been in discussion recently with the Department for Education. They know I'm going to mention, and I can mention, that I have been in discussions with them and the general aspect of what I'm talking about to them. The difficulty with that, and the same applies to other government departments, for example, really any government department, defence and health, is that because the Cabinet Office is the sponsor, any changes to the bill as it goes through Parliament has to be approved and has to be confirmed by the Cabinet Office. That has meant, in my view, a somewhat clunky approach to implementation of any advances on technical matters as the bill goes through. Now, is this simple? Well, it's 124 clauses long, 11 schedules, and, there will be extensive regulations, which we haven't seen yet, statutory guidance, non-statutory guidance, and as they identify a 6-month implementation programme led by the Cabinet Office with extensive training on several levels, based from overview to what they call deep dives for particular sectors, I presume. I'm not actually sure what, it hasn't been published.